Hello and welcome, all my beautiful, vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Aquarius suns, have big Aquarius placements, or are cross watchers for Aquarius. Welcome to your month ahead messages, looking at the month of May 2025. So, what we're going to do today, I'm going to use the Oracle cards to get your overarching themes and messages. I will then use the tarot to clarify, get further details and messages. And that's what we're going to do here. So, let's just dive right on in, shall we? I'm feeling super saucy tonight, you guys. It's great. I love it. It's because it's the warm weather. I'm getting too big for my britches. I want to look at this but not take it. Integration, it's reversed. I don't usually read Oracle cards reversed unless the deck is designed like that, but we have card 3. 3s are all about communication. I feel like there's somebody in your life who you've been having repetitive conversations with, or there's been a repetitive issue, and it feels like they cannot integrate what you're saying. They might be trying to work through a bit of their shadow, and they're having trouble integrating it. It's creating a block between you guys, because I'm getting this, if you're familiar with astrology, like the quincunx aspect, it's giving me that energy where there's an issue that keeps boomeranging back around. It's almost like karmic in nature, where you're like, wow, we've been doing this over and over and over and over again. Groundhog Day, mofo. Yeah, magic was there, and it was magic is real, and it was reversed at the bottom of the deck. This feels like something that could be a little destabilizing, but it's also kind of taking the magic out of something. For some of this person, I'm getting this energy of demanding, like wanting to know, I wouldn't say like where you are, or wanting to know who you are. Like, this is somebody who could be really nosy with you, really like butting into your personal life. That might kind of frustrate you, especially if you have a high need for autonomy and freedom. Somebody just, it's like trying to control the situation. I don't know if you're dealing with another fixed sign. It's okay. I am also a fixed sign, and I have a lot of fixed signs in my life at this time in my life. But this is somebody who's, whether they're a fixed sign or not, this is kind of somebody who's got that energy of I know best. Or like, oh, do you? Really? Yeah, because we have magnetism through gratitude at the bottom, and then it's reversed. It almost makes me think of the 3 of Cups. This could be a friend. Yeah, 31 and 31. Some of you are 31. The number 4 might be significant. This person could be 31. But this is somebody who I feel like, again, you guys are kind of getting out of alignment because there's like a lack of good energy between the two of you. There's like control, there's some fear, there's some suspicion, and this could be somebody that you love. Like I said, this could be a close friend where you're like, oh my God, they're great. But if you're hanging out with a new friend or a new group of friends, they're like kind of low-key jealous, but they don't really like come out and say it. Yeah, immense growth. You know, I have to say, we were talking about karmic energies. 15 here makes me think of the devil in the tarot. And first of all, we have vultures. A lot of you guys you're exiting a cycle, and it may have been like a karmic cycle that you're growing out of, and this person might still be working through it. They just might not, and that might be what's kind of taking you guys out of alignment, is that you might be ready for something new. Yup, transformation. This could be a Scorpio you're dealing with, because we all know how much fixed signs like to with each other. We know. I'm gonna grab your tarot really quickly. So it feels like that's something that's coming up for you, pardon my burp, this month, is that there's just going to be, it feels like some roundabout, kind of like round and round sort of energy that you're dealing with this person. And it might kind of be illuminating, but it feels like it's exhausting at the same time. I want to look at this, but not take it. 3 of Cups. So yes, very likely a friend, somebody that you might be trying to reconcile with as well. This can even indicate family, because the 3 of Cups is Mercury in Cancer, especially if this is family you work with. We don't really talk about it a whole lot, but in addition to communication and, you know, our mental processes and transportation, Mercury also rules mercantile spaces, so marketplaces, right? So if this is a family member that you work with, or even a friend that you work with, a friend that maybe it's their family business you work for, or they work for your family business, things could get tense. This is a friend that's like family. You know, put yourself where you see yourself, but this could be somebody who wants to reconcile. This also could be somebody who's like still in sort of like a young party phase, and if you're like moving out of that, they're not ready to leave that yet, but they don't want you to go either, and so they're kind of starting to give you a little bit of lip about it. Page of Swords. I always look at the Page of Swords as Aquarius. I feel like you guys might be curious about something. It's like a new phase. What else is out there, right? This person could stalk your social media a lot. So like, again, if this is a friend and you have a new friend group, they're like, oh, you know, who were you hanging out with? What were you doing? Like, oh, why didn't you invite me? And it's like, well, I also have my own life, right? There's kind of like a little bit of that jealous sort of energy here. I feel like this person intuitively senses that you're moving on. You're kind of like outgrowing them, and that's making them feel very insecure. I don't think that they're saying it like that, but that's kind of what's happening. I think they're getting them picking up a hurt feelings energy. Yeah, we have healing. Okay, that's good. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. 29 reduces to an 11, which reduces to a 2. 2s are about partnership. They're also about crossroads, decisions, and finding balance. Yeah, attract through glow. Firefly. It's funny because we were saying magic is real. I have a firefly tattoo on my leg that says magic is real. So that's really that's really funny. Okay. Wow. Yeah, the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Okay, and the 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so here's what I feel like is happening. You are, first of all, you've been doing some healing work on your own. I think that's been very prosperous, very fortuitous. It's been going very well. So I'm trying to say, long-windedly and circuitously. A lot of you guys have been attracting whatever this 10 of Pentacles is for you. Longevity, stability. Some of you are getting ready to settle down. Some of you are ready to start a business or really focus on your career, advance in your career. Some of you want to buy a home for the first time. Some of you would like to start your family. Some of you, it's like you're looking for, even if it's like found family, you're looking for like something a little more settled, right? So these could be friends who maybe they don't really party a lot, but you see them on a regular basis, right? They have similar values to you. There's a longevity here, right? That happens with, there's like a foundational energy and a longevity. These are people you can count on, whether it's your family, your friends, you know, it's the people that you work with. These are people you can count on. And a lot of you guys are getting a lot of clarity about what that is, what that means for you. That's something that you're getting even clearer on this month. And especially because the way the cards came out, it was like this, right? So the ace is pointing toward the attract through glow. And as a result of being in a higher vibe, because you've been doing the healing work, some of you have been using affirmations, they're working. But in addition to you being in a higher vibe, because you've been doing the healing work, you've been getting the clarity, you've been having epiphanies that are pointing you in the right direction. It's like that's kind of like turning a light on for what you want to manifest to be able to find you. And it feels like there's almost a serendipitous quality, right? You're going to be in the right place at the right time, and that's just going to light the spark. For me, that's what fireflies are always about. That's why they're all about magic, is that, you know, they're lightning in a bottle. But you shouldn't, like, you know, you can't even capture them, right? That kind of ruins the magic. But it's something that it's special because it appears when you least expect it. And you're in the right place at the right time. And it just creates a magic moment. And it feels like you guys are heading toward that at this point in your journey, at this point in your life. And I feel like this person in your life knows that. And it's not something that you guys speak on. With the 8 of Wands in reverse, it feels like this person is trying to slow this energy down, not consciously. This isn't malicious. They're not like trying to sabotage, but they're like subconsciously trying to kind of like, they know at some intuitive level, you got to go that way. This is Mercury and Sagittarius, right? And that's why the 8 of Wands always represents an expansive mind frame. This could be about travel. So this even could be that person that's like, oh, are you sure you want to go to that place? Like, I heard this happens, or, oh, I heard it's going to be a nightmare to fly around this time of year. This is like that friend. We'll get more details in a moment. So like, if you're, you know, like, I don't know why, but I feel like I really need to go visit this city. Like, it feels like I'm really drawn to it. I think I'm going to go book a vacation there. They're like, ooh, but do you really want to go during that time of year? Maybe we should put it off till another time. This even could be somebody who's like, why didn't you invite me with you? And it's like, well, it's something I feel like I have to do for myself. That's kind of the energy. For some of you, this could be a partner, but I'm really getting like a strong friend energy. And I think it's because at some level, intuitively, you know that you're heading toward, or you're manifesting a 10 of Pentacles in your life. I do feel like what's going to be happening this month is a conversation could kind of throw things off between you guys, or like you could even if it's not you like directly talking to this person about this like awkward dynamic in the relationship, it would be like, let's say that, you know, in the example I just used, you're like, yeah, I really feel drawn to go check out this city. This person feels like they're going to try to slow that down with the Eight of Wands in reverse, or they're going to argue with you about it. Like, I don't understand. It's not even that great, right? Like, you know, it's kind of a sense, this could be that kind of person that's like, what, are we not good enough for you? Do you not want to be here anymore? I don't feel an outright argument, but it feels like there's just this, like, not the most mature way of handling it. And so with healing, there's going to be opportunities for you guys to have some type of honest exchange. And it is largely predicated on whether or not this person can have like a real talk. So let's clarify a little deeper. I actually want to clarify healing. Okay, yeah, King of Swords. Again, I think it's going to be different because this is a general reading. We have Libra energy with a King of Swords, but this healing is either going to take place because you guys have an honest talk, because you guys are going to be able to like talk everything out, right? We have the book here, so you're both going to be able to kind of tell your side of the story, right? But there's also you know, this honesty with self, as well as a wisdom about how to speak on these more complicated issues, right? You know, you could be having a really honest conversation with this person where you're like, look, I know this is hard, but you know, I feel like I'm floundering here, or I feel like I don't fit in, or, you know, you're being really honest with this person. And normally the King of Swords isn't super vulnerable, but there's just a depth here, right? 11:11 on the timer as I'm saying this. And so you could be having this kind of conversation with this person about like, look, you know, I love our friend group, but I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something else and we always do the same thing. Or, you know, I love hanging out, but I really want to start working on establishing a family, or I got to work more so I can save up for a home. I love this area, but I don't really feel like I resonate much with it, and I kind of want to start thinking about moving. There's conversations like that, and it feels like this healing can come in either because you guys have this very honest exchange, or if this person is unable to meet you in that space of honesty and like self-accountability, and you know, being able to just like, you know, her all I statements here, no judging statements, no you statements. It will be a very healing, fruitful endeavor. But again, that depends on how this person's going to react. If that does not happen, this King of Swords, to clarify, healing represents that you're going to kind of have a sense of like, okay, you know what, I tried. You know, it's kind of like I did everything I could do. And I can't, you know, put my dreams on hold, or I can't like live my life for this person. So there's almost a sense of peace and acceptance for yourself. What was at the bottom? Yeah, Four of Swords. There's that healing. Some of you might take a little bit of a break from this person. I see that with the Eight of Wands reversed. You might decide to not talk for a little bit, and that's very, very helpful to get clarity here. Some of you might just feel like you need a break from this person for a little bit, where you're like, I really want to focus on this, and this person's always dogging on me for like, you know, like always kind of like on my case about stuff, or always causing an issue. What is this Eight of Wands in reverse though? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles reversed. This person might kind of blow up a little bit, you. The Lovers, like I said, this could be somebody you're dating, this could be a Gemini. Let's see what else we get. Queen of Cups at the bottom, Cancer energy here. This person, this is why this person really loves you, whether it's friend, family member, you know, a romantic interest or partner. This person really loves you. I feel like this person feels very attached to you, very attached to you. And again, it feels like it's not even so much that you don't like them anymore, you don't care about them, but there's a choice, right? There's something that it feels like you can't invest into anymore, whether it's a lifestyle or a place or a dynamic. It's like, it's not you, but it's this thing. I can't do this anymore. And so you're making a choice that's in alignment with you, heart and soul. That's why you have Attract Through Glow. Excuse my burp. And it feels like this person is taking this as a rejection, and they take it very hard this month. Yeah, Ten of Wands. And so there's kind of this energy of like, I feel like this is giving me the energy of like, fine, I'll do this all myself. Like, I don't need anyone's help. I don't need you. That's kind of the thing. For some of you, this could be somebody that you live with, like a roommate, and you're just like, maybe you love them to death, like you love them as a person, but like living with them is starting to become a problem. This could be where, you know, you might let them know like, hey, I think I'm going to find a different living arrangement. And, you know, even if you offer to like help them, you know, help them like by covering a few months while they find a new roommate, or help them find a new place, they're like, no, I don't need your help, right? There's kind of this like, There's kind of a little bit of a petulant energy here. And again, it's because they're feeling hurt more than anything else. This could be what you end up fighting about. Is there something where you want to, there you go, you want to take on more, or you want to have you want to be more responsible in your life in some form or fashion. And so even though the choice that you need to make is about that, they take it to mean that you don't want to invest with them anymore. You don't want them around, or like they're not good enough. That's kind of the energy coming through. And so they might react in a very petty way, a very petulant way. They're afraid you don't love them or care about them anymore. And it's just, there's a lot of hurt emotions coming up. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, they're very, very fearful. I think that you're leaving them behind. Yep. They're very fearful of you finding new horizons. And see how this person's got the World right here? This indicates you've wrapped up a cycle and you've really evolved in a way that they have just yet to reach. We have what looks like a cardinal sitting on the window. So again, this could be family. This could be somebody who's like family to you. This is somebody that you love very much. And again, this is someone who loves you. I'm seeing we have an orange and white cat in several cards as well. But there's a lot of love here. I kind of want to clarify this healing a little tiny bit more. Yeah, the Empress in reverse, because we have that Cancerian energy as well, there's like this very maternal energy. I think this person, pardon my itchy nose, this person might need to, they might have some like mother wounds or like wounds to the divine feminine energy. Like they very much fear, they feel like people aren't going to love them authentically. So they very much fear anything that feels like confirmation of that fear. Does that make sense? So even if you're saying, hey, it's not you, it's just I want to go do this other thing, they're like, what, I'm not good enough? Like, that's the vibe. Yeah, Judgment and the High Priestess. Something about this interaction, because these are all clarifying healing. Something about the way things unfold with this person this month. We have Taurus, Libra, we have Pisces, by the way, and then Scorpio. So a lot of Libra in this thing. And we've also had Gemini pop up. This is really going to kind of illuminate for this person with the High Priestess this wound that needs to be healed. Because something about this is just going to trigger the shit out of them. And as difficult as that might be, it is going to make way with the Judgment energy, not only for you to follow your calling and your path, but also for them to kind of have a wake-up call about how they look at things, how they love themselves. I feel like for you, this is kind of like your judgment moment about your vision, your plan. And because we saw that Queen of Cups, for them, it's about how they love themselves, right? Particularly if they have like some type of healing placement, they have Chiron in a water sign. If they have Chiron in their 4th house, or like they've got North Node in, I'm seeing like North Node in Pisces, stuff like that. North Node in their 4th house, something like that. You get my drift. There could be some spiritual healing around divine feminine energy in general and motherhood in particular. This person's got a lot going on internally, like a lot of the time. And so they could just be very agitated right now, and just be very like emotionally, their emotions could be right at the surface. And it does feel like this is going to be a month where you might have to take a break from each other, but in that period of time, it does feel like it is going to be really beneficial for both of you to kind of get some space to do the work that you're being called to do spiritually. So that is what I'm seeing for you for your month ahead. I hope that has been helpful. I want to thank you for being here with me, sharing your time and energy, and I will see you soon. Take care.